Okay, let's dive into this. Artificial intelligence. It's not some far-off sci-fi thing anymore, right? It's here. It's reshaping everything. Our industries, our jobs, our daily lives. But with all this incredible power, there's one massive, critical question that hangs over it all.
Who's actually managing it? Who is making sure this explosion of technology is happening in a way that's responsible? Because right now, we're staring at a huge gap between what AI can do and our ability to actually govern it.
And this governance gap is caused by some really unique challenges. Think about an AI that makes decisions you can't see into. It's a total black box. Or what about a system that keeps learning and changing its behavior after it's already out in the world? This isn't your typical software, and you can't manage it with the typical old rulebook.
So to tackle this head-on, the world's top standards organizations, we're talking the International Organization for Standardization and the International Electrotechnical Commission, they teamed up. Their mission? To create a single global rulebook for managing AI.
And that rulebook is ISO/IEC 42001. This is a big deal. It is the very first international standard for AI management systems, and it literally just came out in December 2023. So yeah, this is hot off the press.
So what's the goal here? Well, if you look right at the official scope, its purpose is pretty clear. To help any organization, doesn't matter if you build AI, sell it, or just use it, to do so responsibly. It's all about bringing accountability to the table.
Okay, but how can a document on a shelf actually make a company responsible? Well, the best way to think about it is not as a set of rigid, stuffy rules. Think of it more like a blueprint, or maybe even a recipe, for building responsibility right into an organization's DNA.
At the very heart of this is something called an AI management system. I know, it sounds a little technical, but the idea is actually super simple. It's just about creating a formal structure, a set of processes that all link together that a company can use to set its AI policies and then, actually hit its goals for being responsible.
And this part is absolutely key. This is not a one-and-done checklist that you just tick off and forget about. Nope, it's a living, breathing system. It's a continuous cycle of planning what you're going to do, doing it, checking your work, and then constantly getting better.
And this cycle is beautifully straightforward. It all starts with number one, understand. You have to know your context, your role in the AI world, and who you're affecting. Then you plan. You identify the risks, sure, but also the opportunities. Step 3, you do. You put that plan into action. And finally, and this is so important, you check and improve. You monitor how it's going, you audit your systems, and you're always looking for ways to be better. That simple loop is the engine of this whole thing.
Now let's zoom in on that plan phase for a second, because the standard makes you look at risk from two really distinct and really important perspectives.
And this is where you really see that dual focus. On one side, you have the AI risk assessment. This is all about looking inward. It asks, what are the risks to us, to our business, our reputation, our goals? But then, on the other side, it forces you to look outward with the AI system impact assessment. This one asks a much bigger question. What are the impacts of our AI on individuals, on different groups, on society as a whole? It forces a company to be responsible not just to itself, but to everybody.
So we've got the what, we've got the how, but what about the why? Why would an organization go through all this effort? Why does this rulebook actually matter in the real world?
Well, the why here goes way deeper than just checking a box for compliance. This is about building real trust with your customers and with the public. It's about getting a handle on these complex, totally new AI risks. It's about being able to show that you're responsible. It also creates a common language, so when you talk to partners or regulators, everyone's on the same page. Really, it's about building a solid foundation so you can innovate with confidence, knowing you're doing it the right way. When you take a step back and look at the big picture, this standard isn't just another document. It's really a foundational piece for our collective future with AI.
Because what it really does is create a shared, global understanding of what good looks like. It sets a baseline for accountability that any organization, anywhere on the planet, can use as a yardstick. It's the beginning of a common framework for trust in the age of AI.
So, the rulebook has been written. A global framework for responsible AI officially exists. The only question that's left is the world ready to play by it?